This is one of those rare projects I just couldn't say no to, and where nothing really goes as planned. Just past New Year's of 2020, a random encounter asked if I could make a little something for Comic Con Liverpool.
And yeah, I know how I ended up here. I just don't really know how I got to know this guy. It's one of those really serendipitous things where you chat to someone online, they give you a job and then say, yeah, come over and you can stay at my place. And this is the place I'm staying at. But yeah, it's interesting, it's curious. I walked around taking a lot of pictures and it's just fascinating, really fascinating. Mostly fascinating in the sense that, yes, everything looks like hell and it looks like shit and it's derelict and it looks abandoned, but it's on purpose, if that makes sense. They have made repairs and then done them in a way that looks like it's still abandoned and looks like it's still horrible, just for the market. But this bit here and these doors used to be the main entryway earlier, and they would have sort of the, what you call it, the main parlor, the main visiting room in here, which looks all kinds of abandoned now. And apparently that's sort of the look they're going for nowadays, especially because they're renting this out to haunted house visitors and people who does photo shoots where they want all of this to look like this. And then you have stairways like this that some mad artist just has been able to go nuts in. So I like it, but it's weird in all the ways that you can even imagine. And there's now workshops hidden away here where they do prop making. Yeah, inside of all of this. Madness.
Mansion Props were going to build a full-size replica of Bag End and wanted a little bit of real metalwork in there to show off. Initially, they were just talking about the Fireplace tongs that Gandalf used to pick up the One Ring, but soon it escalated to the whole 3-piece fire tool set, with the brazier. With the best quality potato screen dumps from the movie, and stalking my way through some random fan pictures I could find online taken in Hobbiton, New Zealand, I was able to make some highly calculated guesswork, get the drawings approved by the client, and get to work. Except, I was nearly out of time. Being naturally overambitious, pathologically optimistic about time, and unable to take no for an answer, what you see here is what I had time to record in my own workshop before flying over to England with only the slightest hint of panic.
now, coming up the stairs, bathrooms of sorts, and the ballroom, because every proper mansion got its own ballroom. Like, of course, you know that. And the ceiling here, the reason it's all black is because paraffin burns with a black sooty flame. A sooty flame, not a black flame. And they did photo shoots with fire breathers and flame juggling, which sort of helped to give the ceiling some extra character. But yeah, I'm intrigued. This is interesting. Yeah, I think this room sort of gives you all of the ideas of photo shoots and taking pictures. But one thing that's actually worth mentioning is that the owner here, he installed underfloor heating in all of the rooms in all of the mansion. Because when you host sex parties, you don't want naked people to freeze. Apparently that's the reason. But yeah, it's interesting, to say the least.
The guy I'm staying with is sort of a Lord of the Rings fanatic,
Making these miniature environments and props and all that. And of course having the proper fireplace decoration. But the best part is this. Just in a room, the motorcycle from Judge Dredd, which is kind of insane. Hold on, can I even show this whole thing off in one picture? And nearly. And that's one of the vehicles for Judge Dredd he got laying around. cellars, where it's got a bit of everything from mixing tables and cabinets of chemicals of some kinds, old chairs, and all kinds of weird and interesting bits and pieces. And I did find a lathe, a tiny little lathe, and in here I can see remnants of tools and workshops, and I believe that's a coal chute for when the house was built like 200 years ago. But yeah, like, the cellars here are the weirdest things. I was promised also the butchery room, but I haven't seen it yet. I think I found the old kitchen, or maybe it's the servant's kitchen? Maybe? Decent looking fireplace, and working table with shelving things. And that might be access door, access elevator of some kind. I have no idea. This is weird, and I like it. I'd never properly said what all of this place is or used to be, but all of this used to be the main venue room for squat rave parties back some 5-6 years ago, and apparently at some point they managed to squeeze in some 1,000 people in this room alone, which it's hard to imagine considering it's not really all that big. But yeah, I never properly said anything about what kind of house this is. It's a mansion that was built in the 1840s or thereabout, and since the 1920s it's been a clubhouse as a some kind of venue. So everything is looking derelict and abandoned because that's the image they're going for.
but only thanks to the massive help from the incredible Al from Al's Hackshack. He's the mad Alman capable of building a 4.4 meter table inside of a 3.5 meter long work shack, and he's at least 2/5 of the 3-man podcast Fools for Tools. Links are below for those of the Al-curious mind with a short attention span. He helped me get a hold of the last few bits of material, gave me free rein to all of his tools, and allowed me, sort of, to disturb all of his neighbors late into the night while finishing this in his backyard. Al, you are the best, and I could not have done it without you. I have all of the intentions of redoing this piece down the line. I just have to figure out how to get 10-day work weeks of 30 hours a day. But until then, I'll leave you with stories, encounters, and memories from a time just before the world went crazy. And if you want to see more things like this, just better, you can give your support over on Patreon. It's thanks to the wonderful people over there that this is possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.